Hello, everybody. Welcome to this quick interview with one of my colleagues and co-creators of doing remarkable work in the world. My language for that is they're a bigger game player. They are having dramatic impact in an amazing arena of your life. So, Mike, the opening question is, what is your business all about? Like, what's your business that you want to make your business, that you have
Yeah,
made your business?
yeah. And the funny thing is, I don't think of it as my business. I
Yeah,
think of it as me.
yeah.
And let me ask you a question. When it comes to the corporate North America,
Mm.
probably world, but corporate North America, what's the number one thing that gets in the way of success?
Are you asking me, like literally?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, what a good question. I think it's usually a cultural team not connected problem.
yeah. And I'm going to bring that right into the core and say
Mm,
it's people.
yeah, right.
Right? Like I've dealt with so many things, and I'm thinking of one team. They had a technology thing happening, and we can't fix it, but it was having a huge impact, and it came down to a people thing,
Yeah.
right? Not bad people, really good, smart people who had beliefs and values and whatever. Um, that was keeping them from saying, "Hey, we got a problem over here."
Hmm.
So when you ask me what's my business about, it's people development, team development,
Yeah.
leadership development. It's
Yeah.
what's needed to help overcome those things.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you kind of asked me the question, but what are you noticing that people are hiring you most for right now? Like if you can go a little bit deeper than just the people answer, like what's the specific thing that you're
Yeah,
noticing most? Because you're getting hired a lot, by the way.
yeah, yeah. Trust.
Mhm.
It's the
Oh,
easy answer for me. No,
right.
it used to be a little bit different. I'm gonna say pre-pandemic it was a little bit different because it was about truly you and I being able to have open dialogue
Mhm.
without worry.
Right.
But now it's gone deeper.
Mhm.
I think the stakes are higher
Yeah.
because of what's going on in the world,
Mhm. Yeah.
right?
Right.
Pick your problem,
Yeah. Right.
right?
Right.
It's
Right.
impacting everybody.
Mm.
And so if we ignore those things, it's going to have a huge impact on the people, which will have a huge impact on customers and the business and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So you know the standard corporate language is sort of problem solution. So I'm not always a fan of that language, but for the sake of the listener right now, what is the what is the thing you're solving? Like what is the product you've actually created or the offering you have to fix this problem, which you've kind of
Yeah,
named this trust
yeah,
problem? What is that
yeah.
right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's of course multi-dimensional,
Yeah.
but
Right.
it's really about cause and effect. It's
Hmm.
not about, who's at fault and who's, so on and so forth, but it's about cause and effect. Because if we can see that, like, where the effect of a problem is and start to identify, okay, where are we putting the cause of it? We can start to see the less productive
Hmm.
things we're doing in a team, in a company, with our customers, whatever it is. But when we can start to draw the connection between those things, we can change to a place where, quite honestly, we're creating, choosing, and attracting the exact kind of world we want.
Hmm. Yeah, what I love where you're going there is the little behind the curtain of the whole, um, non-physical world, like the consciousness and the
Yes.
thoughts and the words. This all has impact because I know you're a master at that.
Yeah, we can't ignore it, right? Because
Right.
if we do, it's just the elephant in the room. It's there. You don't get
Yeah.
that choice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we ignore it, oh man, the impact it has.
Yeah. Yeah. So how are I'm really just really granular detailing. How are people buying you right now? Is it consultative? Is it a training? Is it a 6-month program? Like, what's the form in which your work comes
Yes to
in?
all the above.
All the above. Yeah, you're sort of
Yeah,
like potpourri.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. What I believe is I like to take things step by step.
yeah.
So we do a small workshop. I shouldn't say small. We do some kind of workshop that's deeply
Mm,
experiential and impactful,
right.
and then we design from that. Because it would be fairly arrogant of me to say, "Here's what you guys need."
Yeah, right.
Right? Instead, let's do this, and then we design from that. And I'm not creating stuff out of nowhere. I'm just saying, okay, we need this tool, this tool, this tool. And I'm often ending up in longer term programs
Yeah.
with teams or leaders to help them really grow. Because if
Yeah.
we do the one and done thing, you know this too. If you do the
Oh, I
one and
know.
done thing, okay, good knowledge, thank you.
Yeah.
It might have some impact.
Well, the true transformation, to your point, takes time and commitment and consistency and consciousness and right,
Totally.
right.
Yeah.
So what is one fact about you that the world might not know about you, just for fun?
I like disappearing from the world.
Mm,
My and
yeah,
I'm thinking of my favorite camping spot. Like you got to
mm,
drive an hour to get a cellular signal. Like where does that happen in the world
yeah,
anymore? And it's really about allowing myself to reground so I can do the work I do in the world.
yeah. Which I make up is part of you working with leaders. Like, when's the last time you unplugged to be
Yes.
able to sort of reground? I mean, I make
Yeah.
that up,
Nothing
right?
to make up when I do that work. It's like
Yeah.
let's put all the electronics over here while
Hmm.
we do this work, and you can still get to them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. What I love about your work and what you're speaking about right now is it's very customized. It's not an off the shelf model. You wrote a book, so
yeah,
you have philosophy, right?
yeah,
Right. Activate your leadership. Brilliant
yeah.
title. What's the remind me the subtitle?
Um, be the leader others want to follow.
Yeah, it's a great tagline.
Yeah,
Yeah. So there's the book and it but I love it's not customized. It's a
no.
customized. You're like, what do you need? And yeah,
Back to my starting point. It's
yeah,
about people.
yeah,
And how do you customize for every person? You
yeah.
can't.
But one of the other things that I know about you is you are a voracious, is that word, voracious reader. You have been hanging out with me. You love to be in leadership development rooms. You go to other things. You are in the leadership space, not
Yeah.
just a deliverer of it.
Yes.
So you're getting ideas, you're reading a book, you're like, okay, so
Oh,
it all is a very kind of amalgamation of all the wisdom that you hang out in. And I love that about you.
yeah, thank you. And I think the best way to illustrate that is when I work with teams and such, I
Yeah,
make sure they know I'm on this journey too with them.
that's so
And so I'm
interesting.
going to grow as much as they grow through the
Yeah,
experience we're going to have together.
yeah. Well, that line that I don't know who said it, it doesn't matter, but you know how people sort of hire people as the guru, and you don't have this guru thing. You're the guide. You're not the guru.
I fight the guru mentality.
Right. I mean, I get that.
Mike's the expert.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Right. I mean, there's room for a world for the guru quality of
Yes.
holding in, but to your point, you don't come in and I'm the solver.
No.
It's a co-created experience, which I know you're a master at. So Mr. Mike Edwards, tell them, where do you live? I'm just
I
curious.
live in Kitchener, Ontario, and for those that don't know where that is, not far from Toronto,
Okay.
Ontario.
Kitchener.
Yes.
That's like more kitchen.
Home home of the second biggest Oktoberfest in the entire world.
Okay. Who knew? Let's end with that. So Mr.
And
Mike
by the
Edwards,
way, I do
yeah.
have leather shorts.
You have what?
Leather shorts. Later
Oh,
Rosen.
okay. Okay. You just ended with the more fun fact. That's way more interesting than you go camping.
I know, right?
Okay, that's great. Oh my God, Mike, it's a pleasure. Thanks for doing the good work you do, and more to come. It's a pleasure to be a co-creator and a collaborator with your good work and a colleague. So be
Thanks,
well.
Rick.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Bye, everybody.